this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. I want to show you two videos involving black men, and I want to make a comparison or maybe an observation about each one. So here's the first one.
Kamala Harris has come out with a black male agenda that she's trying to sell right before the elections to get black males to vote for her. And I got a few things to say about it. Number one, it's disrespectful just how it's framed. We as black men are not asking for specific things for black men. We're asking for specific things for the black community as a whole. They don't do that with any other community. It's disrespectful how they try to separate black men and women as if we're two different communities. They don't do that to anybody else, so they need to stop doing that with us. You look at this policy right here, this is nonsense, and it's not exclusive to the black community. That means this is a lift-all program and black people are going to be placed at the back of the line. We're not accepting this. We said reparations, we said a hate crime bill, we said ending qualified immunity. All of these things that we've been demanding has gotten completely ignored. This policy is garbage and we're not accepting it.
I don't think he's been listening to a lot of these black male content creators on YouTube, because they've been crying black men, black men, black men for the last 3 or 4 years. So it is about black men. They have separated themselves from black women on a number of occasions. There's a particular group of black men who absolutely have separated themselves from black women, and they have very loud voices. And now she's giving you an agenda. Now you're saying, well, it's not just about black men and we're not going to accept it. So he says, we're demanding reparations, anti-black crime bill, punishing for racist police. We're not accepting this BS nothing burger agenda. I'm not sure how many black people this man speaks for, but he has made a decision that whatever Kamala comes up with is not going to be enough for them. He wants her to come up with reparations, an anti-black crime bill, and punishing for racist police. Now, what we have said, based on what a number of black women content creators have said, including Cynthia G, is that black men have gone to the Supreme Court several times demanding to be able to marry white women. My question is, why don't they take these issues to the Supreme Court? Reparations, an anti-black hate crime bill, and punishing for racist police. There is enough documentation to support any of these claims. So why not a group of black men get together and petition the Supreme Court, get with the right kind of lawyers and petition the Supreme Court to do this? They're going to wait till a blackish woman runs for president. Now all of a sudden they've gotten all of these demands. They've gotten politically active, and now they've gotten all of these demands for Kamala Harris. And I'm not saying they're not legitimate. I'm just saying that you want a woman to do this. And we've had all these presidents before. And Donald Trump, what are they demanding of Donald Trump for their vote? I wonder if they're putting this same agenda to Donald Trump. So anyway, that's just what I had to say about it. Now, there's another video, and I'll put it in the comment section because it's trending, and I'm sure everybody has seen it. And these are the kind of videos that YouTube flag. But this young man was walking in his upscale neighborhood in Sarasota, Florida after Hurricane Milton. And his mother said that he was on his phone talking to his girlfriend because apparently he had weak reception or something. But anyway, he was walking around in the neighborhood, and a group of men began harassing him, and I'm going to say they were stalking him. And one of them ran to his car like he was going to get a weapon, and another man, talked him down. But they were demanding that this young man tell them who he was and why he was walking around in the neighborhood. Now, there was an explanation from the man's wife, who was being so aggressive toward this young man, that said that he had approached his wife, asking her if she had a man and telling her he would be her man. And I don't know if it's true or not. And that's just her word against his. I'm not sure that he's denied it or not. But whether or not it's true or not, he did not harm the wife or the children. He dragged his children into it like white folks will do. It's, oh, well, what about my children? And the children, weren't even involved. But they were stalking this young man. It ended up being 3 or 4 of them. They come by tens. And so now they all wanting to know why he was in the neighborhood and who was he looking for, or something like that. Stalking, harassing this young man. According to reports, they knew that he lived in that neighborhood, but they still stalked him. But the white woman had said something. And anytime a white woman says anything that a black man has done that seems anywhere near inappropriate, white men are going to overreact. So I'm saying that this ought to be a case for the Supreme Court. Again, they say this is a teenager. And Trayvon Martin was a teenager. Emmett Till was a teenager. The young boy that was killed in the park playing with a water gun was not even a teenager. Jordan Davis was a teenager, and Mike Brown was a teenager. So this is enough documentation to take to the Supreme Court, just trying to protect black children. See, my thing is, you ought to go to the Supreme Court for something besides trying to get married to a white woman. And now you got a woman that's running for president who says she's black, and you're hounding her up and down social media all you can for all you're worth. I'm not saying it's not legitimate. I'm not saying that you shouldn't question somebody that's running for president. I'm just saying that there ought to be something you're concerned about besides what women do and trying to place responsibility on women. If you want reparations, now they have already said that they need to study reparations. But if you don't think that's good enough, why not get a first-class lawyer, a constitutional lawyer, and let him go over that and see if you cannot petition the Supreme Court for reparations for the descendants of enslaved people who were not able to benefit from their labor. Since you're so concerned about reparations, an anti-black hate crime bill, you got all of the documentation that you need to make a case for needing an anti-black hate crime bill. Why not petition the Supreme Court for that? And, so at a point, it just looks like nitpicking. We ought to be concerned about all of the issues that affect black Americans negatively. So I just say that I think this is a case for the Supreme Court. This would be the perfect case for an anti-black hate crime bill. Okay, so that's how I see it. I want y'all to let me know what you think about this, because I understand that people are trying to make this big case. Now, they're so politically active. They're going to hold Kamala Harris's feet to the fire. Okay, fine. But what about other avenues for justice? Why not utilize the Supreme Court? Why not get together and put money together and lobby the United States Congress for something you want? I just feel like if you're going to utilize the executive branch, you should utilize the legislative and the judicial branch. That's how I feel about it. And that's just what I think. This is my observation. Let me know what you think. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. And have a good day.